Welcome back to Askewed Reviews. And today I'm reviewing a film that's currently in theaters, and that would be the 2025 film A Working Man. This was directed and co-written by David Ayer. It was also co-written by Sylvester Stallone. So when it comes to the film A Working Man, I think this is based off of a book, but I might be incorrect about that. I'm pretty sure I'm correct though. But anyway, so this film is another Jason Statham action movie. And by the way, Jason Statham and Nicolas Cage are both in a category for me that if they're in a film, I'm gonna go see it. It doesn't matter how good or how bad, I just want to watch them do what they do. So here's the story for this one. We have our main character of Levin Cade, played by Jason Statham. Nowadays, he is an average construction worker that works at the Garcia Construction Company. However, though, he used to be in the military and has not lost a step with any of that and is very highly skilled. So here's what happens. We have the Garcias who own the construction company that Levin works for. Now, they have a daughter who Levin is actually friends with. One night, while she is out partying, she gets kidnapped, and it looks like she is now going to be used for human trafficking. The Garcias, who are aware of Levin's background, or at least an understanding of that background, beg and plead with him to help them get their daughter back. Levin, who has his own daughter and family to worry about, is a little reluctant at first, but is going to do it anyway. So now Levin spends the rest of the film using his military know how, his connections, and of course, his punches and kicks, because it is Jason Statham, to hopefully save the day. So, in my own personal opinion, Jason Statham really has two types of action films. Amazing ones that I can't stop watching because they are so just jam packed with adrenaline and fun and interesting stuff, like The Transporter. And then he's got some of these more recent films, which have some great action sequences, but other than that, kind of fall flat on their face. Now, like I said, when it comes to Jason Statham, I'm going to watch any movie that he puts out. But I was really hoping that this one was going to be better than The Beekeeper, which came out last year. But honestly, they felt about the same. So, first things first, let's talk about what I did enjoy with this movie. Number one, Jason Statham. Mind you, he does not have the biggest acting range, but if you go to see a Jason Statham movie, you know what you're getting because it's pretty much always the same character. I'm a badass and I'm going to kick everyone else's ass and I'm going to make it look good because I'm very good at what I do. And that was my very shitty Jason Statham impression. Number two, great action sequences. Mind you, some of them were absolutely ridiculous, but they were still really cool to watch. And then number three, the actress who plays the character of Jenny, Ariana Rivas, I think is how you pronounce her name, I loved her character mainly because she was not this kind of like, oh, I'm a weak little girl and, I can't take care of myself. No, there are a couple of times where she almost gets herself out of the situation by herself. Now I'm going to talk about what I didn't enjoy with this film. First, most of the characters. All of them are either very stereotypical or sort of cartoonish in nature. Every Russian in this movie, for some reason, is like, you know what would make me look like a real badass? If I looked like a 70s pimp. I don't know why they went with that, but they did. Like, all of them have either these really outlandish outfits or like a big fur coat or these really ridiculous hats. Next, I'm going to talk about the plot. I just didn't like the fact that he was 100% confident that he was going to be able to find this girl and stop her from being human trafficked, where it's just like, okay, sure, dude, you're going to do it all by yourself. I totally believe that. And finally, there was also just a bunch of characters that were completely unneeded for the film. So for me, on my scale, I'm giving A Working Man 2 out of 5. Now, that doesn't mean I don't recommend checking it out. Like I said, if you like Jason Statham movies, you'll probably still enjoy it. You just may not like it all that much. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Askewed Reviews. And if there's any other films coming to theaters that you think I should watch and do a review for, just mention them in the comments.